Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. DJSwitch, otherwise known as Miss Obianoju Udeh, who used one of her social media handle to carry the Lagos massacre, Lekki Tollgate massacre that took place on the 20th of October 2020 was carried. There was a news that went viral yesterday that she has been granted asylum in Canada. Well, as we speak, that news is totally not true. She's yet to be given asylum, and there are a lot of other issues coming up in that same news. And it will shock you, some other bodies backing her up who also appeared as witnesses during the Canadian Parliament hearing. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, DJSwitch has not been granted asylum in Canada just yet. Yes, she's in Canada, but she has not been granted asylum yet. Well, a lot of persons took a fact check to check truly if she has been granted asylum and who are appearing as witnesses during the campaign. Well, notices of the meeting that took place in the House of Commons in Canada. Well, one of the notices of meeting include information about the subject to be examined by the committee and date, time and place of the meeting, as well as a list of any witnesses scheduled to appear. The evidence is the edited and revised transcript of what is said before the meeting. The minutes of the proceedings are official record of the business conducted by the committee at a sitting. While they went further to publish the minutes of the meeting of the proceeding. The NASA Subcommittee on the International Human Rights of the Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and International Development (SDIR) as the 44th Paliament's second session, which held on Friday, November 6, 2020, 1 p.m. to 3:27 p.m. Well, they now went further to mention the places where it was held, and they now mention the key witnesses. It will shock you, the key witnesses that came on. One, they said an individual which happened to be DJSwitch, full name is Obianoju, Miss Obianoju Catherine Udeh. Well, another witness that was also in that Parliament meeting was from Amnesty International Nigeria, which is Osai Ojigbo, that's the country director. And of course, this one shocked me. Sometimes there's nobody that is perfectly evil or perfectly bad. They still have some good sides, but this particular witness will also shock you. It's actually Biafrans in Canada Community Association. They were one of the key witnesses in that meeting, and they were ably represented by Team Okafor, that's the national coordinator, and Stella Kim Dirim, a member. Then, of course, we have the Nigerian representative. Yeah, so it's not a one-sided or lopsided committee or witnesses. Everyone was duly represented, and this one is coming from the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by Honorable Abdulrazak Namdas, member. Well, they're actually looking at the pursuant to Standing Order 108 subsection 2 and the motion adopted by the meeting on Thursday, October the 22nd of 2020. The committee proceeded to a briefing on the current situation in Nigeria. That was October 2020, October 22nd of 2020. That's this year, and all these are to show that while others are talking, these guys called Biafrans, they are working. These guys are working. Don't just take them ordinary. Well, they now went further to explain. They said Obianoju Catherine Udeh, Osai Ojigbo and Team Okafor made statement, and with Stella Kim Dirim and Abdulrazak Namda answered questions. So everybody was duly represented. So it was not a one-sided thing. So nobody keeps saying, where's the Nigerian representative? There was a Nigerian representative, and of course, Catherine, which is otherwise known as DJSwitch, has still not been given as a grant. It has not been granted asylum yet in Canada. Maybe after the time of filing this report, maybe she may be granted, but for the now, she's still not been given asylum. And yes, she's not in Nigeria. She is in Canada. Well, Nigerians took to their social media handle, and some of them are very angry, and from their speeches you will know that they're surprised. Really, how did Catherine get down to, when I say Catherine, I'm talking about DJSwitch. How did she get down to Canada? She was some days back, she was in Nigeria. How did she escape it? And she said a lot. If you had listened to her previous statement where she said her life was in danger, she kept on receiving threats, calls. She went to the hospital. She got threat calls that they're coming for her, that they wanted to kill her. She had to be moving from house to house just to avoid being detained, caught, and tortured, until finally she was able to leave Nigeria, and now she's in Canada. Well, she's safe. A lot of Nigerians are happy that at least she's in Canada. Nobody can quote and unquote gag her mouth, and she wouldn't really be scared of the fact that her life may be in danger, at least to a great extent. And don't forget, it was her social media platform that was used to capture live proceedings of what happened in October 20th, 2020. While the army are saying they drew that it was actually an empty the bullets, there was really empty shell, there was really no gun, whatever inside of it. And at some point they said no, they didn't do anything. Now they said it was actually empty, just to scare the protesters. Well, she said there were live bullets, there were live ammunitions, and people were shot, people were injured, people were killed. It was now the numbers that, some Nigerians said it was 78, some said it was 38, some said it was 15, some said it was 12. At some point it was reduced to 7. The number was inconsistent, but definitely you cannot deny the fact that there was a shooting on that day. But let's hear what some sector said, and we're also going to hear what some other sector said. In fact, some people are beginning to, maybe it is the anti people are now bringing a link to say bring back Catherine, let her face terrorism. Whatever it is they want to do to her. But let's hear what they say for them so we can go into this properly. This one here says, we've got to stop this process from going through. Have you heard? This one says, and make sure she's forced back to Nigeria to face terrorism charges. Have you now seen? I want to just quickly dwell on this. Just quickly, we'll still hear what others are saying. Boko Haram have killed, maimed, injured, rendered people homeless, fatherless, husbandless, widows, widowers, as the case may be, orphans. None of these guys have ever said, let's charge Boko Haram for terrorism. Genuinely, they have caused terrorism. Instead, you grant them amnesty for killing your people, our people, the Nigerian people. And here is a lady who didn't just wake up and film herself. If there's a filming, then there was an action. If there was a video, that means there was a recording. And if there was a recording, that means something happened, something took place. So what do you want her? What do you want to charge her for terrorism? That she filmed what happened? Is she the technology? Or because she was wise enough to film it? Why are we like this? Why are we so biased in ethnicity like this? Let's continue. This one here is saying the committee will require a number of witnesses to appear. Yes, we already have a number of witnesses already. They've started appearing, and there's a representative from the House of Rep, Nigeria House of Rep. So why are we overdoing this thing? Let them begin to do the proceedings. Eventually, this is the independent body we are talking about, not the one that they are reporting to the same government, and this one independent body that have no access to anything. All you need to have is, if witnesses come out, government officials come out, defend yourself. Let's know the true picture of things, not that the government officials are the one we are going to hand over reports to. How do we know the truth when it's going to be said? Let it be as transparent as it ought to be. This one says, please, this one must not slide as well. Kindly act on the intel you have of her and her counterparts who are also applying for asylum. I imagine they don't want her to go. This one here is saying, please avoid the timeline if you are here to play. This one here says, stop misplacing priorities. We need to arrest and charge her. For what, really? Now, let's hear what other Nigerians are saying. This one here is saying, whether asylum or not, Biafra behind it or not. Because some persons are saying it is Biafra that's supporting her. If you watch the second witness, it was actually the Biafra nation that came in also as second witness. But then people are now saying Biafra or not, asylum or not. The crux of the whole saga is that DJSwitch has escaped the animal farm into a land of safety, where the evil hand of her enemies and the enemies of Nigerian progress can't touch her. For you. It is well. It is what he is saying. Nigerians can be comical sometimes. This one here is saying, no wonder Renew kept tagging the Canadian Foreign Commission office in every of her tweets during the planned protest. I didn't notice that. Wow, said not strategy, but Oduduwa not get such platform now. Well, this one here is saying, person no waiting to believe for Nigeria again. This one here is saying, I really hope she pulls through with her request. Nigeria is not worth it. This one here is saying, is that not Biafrans in Canada I'm seeing? I they tell you, these guys are everywhere. You can imagine, even a country like Canada, they are well represented. Okay, let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take? Biafrans are really helping their own. Just probably